السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونسترشده ونعوذ به من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم عبده ورسوله سيد الخلق والبشر. اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه واجعلنا ممن يستمعون القول فيتبعون احسنه وادخلنا برحمتك الى باب الصالحين. الحمد لله الذي جعل تقواه سببا للفرج ونزول الرزق وحلول الفرج. قال الله تعالى: ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب. And for those who fear Allah, He prepares a way out, and He provides them from sources He never could have imagined. Why did I start my khutba with this ayah? Because Islam is not only worship, but worship is embedded in everything we do, from day-to-day dealings to the basic waking up in the morning, just having the will in Allah that Allah will going to give you rizq, is a type of worship. So the small things also matter, not only the big things. And that is the main title of khutbah. It's the simple mistakes that Muslims in a foreign country, they do without recognizing or without realizing that it's actually very important to take care of. And of course there were many questions regarding this. Many brothers asked, is this halal, is this haram, is this makruh? So I chose some of the main things that actually many Muslims do without taking care of, or that didn't notice that it's actually very haram. Let me start by one of the main things, which is accompanying alcoholics. We are all living in a foreign country. We all have non-Muslims in our labs, our professors, our friends, our lab mates, and then they go out for a meeting, and that meeting has alcohol. Is it haram or is it halal to sit with them? Many of you will say, I have to go, that's not a choice. But is it haram or is it halal? Now we're talking about the haram and the halal. We're not talking about what you have to do. Of course, if it's haram, then it's obvious that you should at least try not to go. We're not saying that you have to change it by your hands, but at least you have to have the initiative from yourself that no, this is haram. So what's the hukm in this? According to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawm al-akhir. This is a straightforward beginning. Who believes in Allah and the Judgment Day. That's not an easy way to start any hadith. من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فلا يجلس على مائدة يشرب عليها الخمر. And in another رواية عند الترمذي النسائي من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فلا يجلس على مائدة يدار عليها الخمر. Who believes in Allah and Judgment Day do not sit on a table that has alcohol or flame things on it. This is straightforward hadith. And it didn't start by if you can or if you cannot, let's try not to. It starts who believes in Allah and Judgment Day do not. That's a straightforward information. Many of you are going to say, but I cannot, I need to go. Now you know it's haram. It's up to you. No one's telling you to change it. That's what Prophet Muhammad said. من رأى منكم منكرا فليغيره بيده إن لم يستطع بلسانه فإن لم يستطع بقلبه وذلك أضعف الإيمان. Who saw you sin, try to change it by your hand. If you cannot change it by your hand, even by your tongue. If you cannot by your heart, and that's the least thing. But this is not for us to change by our hand. I'm not telling you to stand up and slap everyone in the face. Don't drink alcohol, it's haram. We cannot do that because we are not fully armed. We are not responsible. And this could cause more fitna. This could cause actually them being not willing to change. But at least you have to change it in your heart and know that it's haram. Sitting in a place that is full of alcohol. Drinking alcohol, of course, is haram. Now many of you are going to ask, what about if non-Muslims use my utensils for eating or drinking alcohol? Do I use it after them if I need to? Well, the Prophet Muhammad also was asked, and this is one of the big things of Islam, that every question has an answer. ومن دليل ذلك ما رواه أبو داود في صحيحه عن أبي ثعلبة الخشني رضي الله عنه أنه سأل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال إنا نجاور أهل الكتاب وهم يطبخون في قدورهم. We live with non-Muslims that also follow the other religions of Abraham religion or Allah religion like Christianity and Judaism, and they use our utensils, and they use it for cooking pork and drinking alcohol. So Prophet Muhammad said, إن وجدتم غيرها فكلوا فيها واشربوا. If you found something else, just use it. أي في غيرها. وإن لم تجدوا غيرها فارحضوها أي اغسلوها. If you couldn't find anything, just wash it and use it. And this was narrated by Al-Bukhari. In another riwayah, فإن وجدتم غيرها فلا تأكلوا فيها وإن لم تجدوا غيرها فاغسلوها وكلوا فيها. So this also means that using utensils that was used by other non-Muslims for pork and for alcohol, you should be washed unless you didn't find anything else. If you found something else, that's most appropriate to use it. So it's for example in the dormitory we have non-Muslim colleagues that sometimes borrow our stuff. We should not say no, do not use it, because this will show something bad from us, that we are not sharing and we are not friendly. And the Muslims are always like this. Do not take their second. Give it to them, but try not to use it again unless there is something else. If there isn't something else, just wash it. فَرْحُدُوهَا وَاشْرَبُوا بِالْمَاءِ وَكُلُوا وَاشْرَبُوا. Now regarding, sometimes we sit down with non-Muslims, sometimes we do not drink alcohol, but sometimes they ask us to click the cups or click the glasses together with cheers and whatever. Is this haram? Is this halal? Many ask this question, and many of us are actually in a situation that we're embarrassed to say no. We cannot say no. Wow, sorry, I don't do this. Sometimes you're put in a situation in front of the public that, what should I do? Should I just say no and just be angry and that's, or just what should I do? There is a hadith that نهي عن قرع الكؤوس وسؤال الشيخ ابن باز ما تقرع كأسان إلا حرم فيهم. Two cups that are hit together, they are anything inside it's haram. There is nothing to prove it. It's not a authenticated hadith. It's something new. So this hadith is not right to use when trying to say that no, we do not hit it because it's haram. But the main thing that makes us haram to actually hit the cups is man tashabbaha biqawmin fahuwa minhum. Who acts like people, he is one of them. So if you hit it enjoying it, yeah, let's hit the cups and yeah, let's go cheers. It's that you are just being like them. So what's the difference between you and them? What makes us different? If we sit with them or while drinking alcohol, we hit the cups, glasses while they are drinking alcohol, then what's the difference? That we do not drink it? We are like them in every single way, except we do not drink. Many Muslims, by the way, many non-Muslims, they do not drink alcohol. But they, in their intention, that it's because it's not good for the health. So then what's the difference between you and them? How do you prove to Allah that I love you so much that I'm willing to change my lifestyle just for you? By not drinking inside your home, or even in public, saying, no, I cannot because I'm sorry, I'm Muslim. And saying I'm a Muslim, that's the main important thing. You have to say that I don't drink because I'm a Muslim. I do not drink, that's it. There will be more than one explanation. Maybe he doesn't like to be drunk. Maybe he doesn't, he is healthy, he doesn't like to destroy his liver. But because I am Muslim, this shows how much you love Allah, that you were willing to change your lifestyle and stop using and stop drinking the things that makes you happy, just for the sake of Allah. And especially in public. That's a more important thing. What will I do with you as long I'm not drinking alcohol inside my home, I'm not doing this inside my home, but when I'm with others, I do whatever they're doing. That's not being Muslim. Muslim has to show that he's Muslim. He has to be proud of it. وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. You have to show people I'm a Muslim and I'm a happy Muslim. And I don't drink and I do not sit with you while drink because it's haram. They will not understand this issue. We do not have to start angry, having discussions. No, we do not drink this because alcohol is this. At least by saying that I don't drink alcohol, I'm a Muslim. I do not sit with you because you're drinking alcohol. I'm sorry, I will shift to another table. I will sit. I cannot come with you because you drink alcohol, and I'm prohibited by Allah to drink alcohol. And sit with anyone who drinks alcohol. I love Prophet Muhammad so much. Prophet Muhammad loves us more than he loves his Sahaba. We are his ahbab. We're not only his followers, we are his ahbab. And yet he told us not to drink and not to sit with people who drink. And yet we go and sit with people who drink because it's casual, or because we are in a foreign country, we have to be nice with them. While sitting with them, we are friendly. They will love us. But is that the issue? When we do not, for example, we are late for prayers, we are late for doing our worship, do they love us more for that? Do they even know that we left our worships for them? They don't know. They just say, he's friendly, he comes with us, he enjoys his life with us. That's what they know about us. But when you tell them, I cannot do this because I have this and Allah forced me, they respect you, and maybe more, they could read more about Islam, and thus they could change, convert. So it's not only I'm happy, I come to work every day in the morning early, and that's it. They will say because you are civilized. They will say because you are a diligent person. But when you mention it, even indirectly, that I come early because Allah told me to respect my work. Allah told me that al-amal ibadah, I need to work hard. So they will know, oh, what's this religion that tells us to go and work hard for? That's a new religion. No one tells, no other religions tell them to do this. But I come more to work. I'm friendly with you because I'm a friendly person. I'm okay. You tell me to drink. Okay, that's casual drink once. Okay, let's go drinking, but I cannot drink. Why don't you drink? That's it. Without saying and mentioning it in public, I don't drink. I do not sit with people who drink because Islam told me this. This is how to show Allah that you love Him. That's the real, how can I say, be a man. And say in public, be proud. It's not good on just write on Facebook, I'm a proud Muslim. That's it. Allah didn't tell you to write on Facebook, you're a proud Muslim. Proud Muslim is a Muslim who, in everything he does, it's because I'm a Muslim. Even if it was simple as going inside the bathroom with your left leg. You will say, oh, that's not something, why do you? That's our Islam tells us to do this. And I love Islam, so even these small etiquettes I follow. In normal etiquette, you eat with your left hand, holding the fork, and cut with the knife with the right hand. But when you switch it, because you use your right hand while eating, and they ask you why do you use the right hand, all of us use our left. Islam told us to use our right hand in eating, not just because I'm better in using my right hand. No, Islam told me to use my right hand. It's a simple thing. People maybe will not notice it, but between you and Allah, and that's what I said. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ. That's the most important thing. Why do we do this? It's not only for our life, but it's for our afterlife. Because what is the more stronger bond? Is it between you and Allah or between you and people? People come and go. You can be good with them all year long, and after the first problem between you and him, he will hate you more. And he will forget everything good you did to him all that year. I left everything for you. I went out with you. I even got drunk with you. But after this small problem, you do this to me. But Allah's love is continuous. It's never ending. It doesn't end. If you are good with Allah, Allah will always remember you. Allah will never forget you unless you forget Him. That's the most important thing. There's another issue. Not many people know about it, but it's a little bit obvious for some. I do not want to be freaking out about it. It's the man's prudishness. Prudishness is the term that you give to people who are shy. Like for example, if someone's talking about something regarding intercourse, you be shy to hear about it. That's prudishness. When we come to non-Muslim country, like for example, we find that they do not have that al-haya factor embedded in their hearts. So for example, when you go to the gym, you go to the locker room, you find them all naked. If you, now what's the hook? What should I do? Should I lower my gaze? Or is he just a man like me, so what can I do? And this was not a new issue. Prophet Muhammad was asked once by Ibn Haydiyah, Ibn Hida. He asked him, Ya Rasulullah, awratuna ma na'ti minha wa ma nadar. Our private parts, what should we show and what should we hide? Prophet Muhammad said, احفظ عورتك إلا من زوجتك أو ما ملكت يمينك. Just preserve your awra, except for your wife or for the women that are under your leadership. So he said again, قال قلت يا رسول الله يا رسول الله الرجل يكون مع الرجل. The man is with another man. So when this is our issue here, a man with another man in the gym, in the locker room, in the jilbang, in the medical checkup. إن استطعت ألا يراها أحد فافعل. If you can not make anyone see it, just do it. It's a private part. So this means you do not see other people's private parts, and they do not see your private parts. So being together with in our underwears, for example, that's actually not in Islam. In an underwear, you're showing part of your aura, and your aura is from your belly button to your knee. So that part should always be covered, even amongst men. We should not be hanging it out. We're proud of it. It's not something to be proud of. Being prudish is something to be proud of. Allah created your aura for only you and your wife and Malakat Yameen. But of course we do not have Malakat Yameen now, so to your wife. Other than that, it's not even healthy. It's not good to watch other people naked. That's not something healthy. Why should I see you naked? If you go to a jilbang, you realize that they're all hanging it out, they're all happy, they're all proud. And even if you tell them, no, I will go with my swimming suit or with my shorts, they will say, no, please, it's our culture to be naked. That's not in our Islamic teachings. We should preserve our parts for us and for our wives. And even he continued and asked, فَالرَّجُلْ يَكُونُ خَالِيًا. And even when I'm alone, what should I do? He said, Allahu أَحَقَّ أَن يُسْتَحَيَ. Allah deserves more to be that you be shy from. So even when you are alone, it's better to be fully clothed, at least when you're alone, so that it's something private. No one wants to see it. I don't want to see it. Surely no one really wants to see it. So if you're in a gentleman and someone they just took off their clothes, lower your gaze. That you have to, because that's also haram. It's as if you're watching someone, a lady naked. Both are auras. Watching men and women, it's both haram to watch. So, and the problem is that by time, first day you didn't look, second day you took a small peek, third day you will look, fourth day you will be naked with them. Because that's the problem with prudishness. It dissolves by time unless you preserve it. And that's why they do not have this. You can say, you will say to yourself, but it's fitra. People like to be, covered. Why are they happily naked? It's because prudishness is one of the main things in the human nature that by time it dissolves, unless you preserve it, unless you protect it. So first time you will peek, second time you will be with them naked. Both of you will be naked. And we see even Muslims from other countries that actually are prudish. For example, Christians also are prudish, but because they became intimate with so many Koreans that they also go naked with them, and that's it. So what? And that's a problem. Many also Muslims I saw that are also not prudish. They just take it off once they go to the locker room. They just be naked, or at least with their underwear, which is also not accepted because there is part of the awrat that is also appearing. So that's one of the main things, many problems that we face in a non-Muslim country. In our countries, that's just obvious, who would be naked, that's obvious. But in a non-Muslim country, you have to take care of this. Many things in a non-Muslim country, for you it seems to be not important, but it's actually for Allah, it's very important.
أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم.
The first part was about some mistakes. Now I'm going to continue the mistakes. Also some things that are less noticeable by others. And it is salutations or greetings to the non-Muslims. Is it halal or is it haram? To greet them, to answer them, and what is the Islamic way of doing it. In the Quran, in Surah An-Nisa, وَإِذَا حُيِّيتُم بِتَحِيَّةٍ فَحَيُّوا بِأَحْسَنِ مِنْهَا أَوْ رُدُّوهَا. When you are greeted with a greeting of peace, answer with an even better greeting, or at least with like thereof. So when you go, for example, to the lab in the morning, non-Muslims of course will come to you and say, "Hi, how's everything?" You should not reply to them with the Islamic greeting, "Assalamu alaikum." That's only for Muslims. If you are greeted, or they started to greet you, salute you in the morning, just say the same thing that they said, "Hi" or "Hello." If in Arabic they say "Ahlan wa sahlan," just say "Ahlan wa sahlan." So if they say "Annyeong haseyo," just say "Annyeong haseyo." That's okay, because in the ayah it didn't specify who you have to greet back. It's for general, for all people. Who gave you a greeting, just greet him back. So according to fiqh, if you are greeted with their greeting, just greet him back. Now, many will be confused about something. Many Muslims, one of our friends, they thought some of the Koreans are about our greeting. And then you came in the morning and then you suddenly found out he's telling you "Salamu alaikum." Salamu alaikum. Now, how will I reply to that? Now, will I reply "Wa alaikum salam"? But at that moment, should I do it another better than her and just say "Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh"? In that moment, Prophet Muhammad, this happened to Prophet Muhammad actually, when one of the Jews was passing by and he told him "Assalamu alaikum." He didn't say "Assalamu alaikum," he said "Assalamu alaikum." And "Assalamu alaikum" in Arabic means death to you. So Prophet Muhammad just said "Wa alaikum," so to you. So from that small story that happened to Prophet Muhammad, all the scholars have concluded that if you were greeted by a non-Muslim with our Islamic, if for example if he said it "Assalamu alaikum" and you heard it "Assalamu alaikum," just say "Wa alaikum," because you're spreading peace. There's no problem with that. That's even good to do. That he said "Assalamu alaikum," so just go back and "Wa alaikum assalam" or "Wa alaikum." Some scholars said "Wa alaikum assalam." Many of the scholars say "Wa alaikum." So if he came to you in the morning and said "Assalamu alaikum," let's not say "Hi." No, tell him "Wa alaikum." That's how we reply "Wa alaikum." No problem. But for you to start with "Assalamu alaikum" for a non-Muslim, that's not in our religion. It's only for Muslims. It's all preserved for us. Because this is how you show your Muslim brothers that you are more precious to me than any other non-Muslim. Because you are precious to me, I'm saying "Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh," because of course it's better to give it food or more thawab. Now, the problem is that sometimes what they do is that they do not start "Al-Salam," and you go into the lab, for example. Now what should you do? Should you start "Al-Salam" with them? Should you give them salam, say "Annyeong haseyo"? Should you greet them in the beginning? Many of the Koreans, as we have concluded from our living here, they actually, when they come to the lab, many of them, they do not say annyeonghaseyo. They say to their friends annyeonghaseyo Koreans, but for us, they just say from far away and that's it. I know it happened to many of us, because it was a huge debate before. That why aren't they saying to us annyeonghaseyo? Why aren't they treating us as if we are real lab mates? Why are they treating us just like colleagues? Do like them. And it's actually preferred not to start as-salam with non-Muslims and start as-salam with Muslims, so that you show your Muslim brothers that you are more precious to me. That for you, I'm starting as-salam with you. And that's also according to a hadith by Prophet Muhammad. Yeah. لا تبدأوا اليهود والنصارى بالسلام وإذا لقيتموهم في طريقهم فاضطروهم إلى أضيقهم. Do not start the Jews and the Christians with al-salam, and try to decrease your contact with them as much as possible during the road, so that you can spend more time with your brothers Muslims. And that's, in that case, it was Islam. In the beginning, people say, but there were no Jews and there were no Christians. But actually, no, Muslims, from the dawn of Islam, they lived with Christians, they lived with Jews, they lived with mushrikeen, they lived with every single one at that time. They met every single type. So if you're saying no, because they're not living in our day now, that's why this hadith was said. No, they said Prophet Muhammad had a peace treaty with Jews for so many years. He had Christians lived under his ruling for so many years, under Muslim rulers for so many years. So it's not, how can I say, it's not bad for you to say, I'm now discriminating between a Christian and a Muslim. It's not discrimination. It's just you're showing Allah that I love my Muslim brother more. And that is his right. Now that is his right. If you said, no, I love my Christian friend more than my Christian brother, then that's not Islam. Even if that Christian friend was your friend since you were born, try to make him Muslim, and that's how you love him. If you love him so much, try to convert him to be a Muslim, try to convince him with Islam, and not just say, okay, you have your own religion, I have my own religion, and that's it. Let's just be friends in dunya. Because what really will take you to heaven is a Muslim brother, if you love him, because Allah will shadow you under his shadow till Judgment Day. Two Muslim brothers loved each other just for the sake of Allah. Allah will shadow them during Judgment Day. So that's his right. If you love him so much, you want him to go to heaven, because surely all of us who came to Friday prayer, we surely believe in heaven and hell. Then why did you come if you do not believe in heaven and hell? Why do you pray if you don't believe in heaven and hell? So you surely believe that Muslims, inshallah, all of us, inshallah, of course, many inshallahs in this part, that Allah will let us die as Muslims and get shafa'ah, inshallah. So surely there has to be some effort. No, you're a Christian, okay, I love you, but just be away from me. Just do not be Muslim. You have to at least try to make a Muslim. Now, how do you want to try to make a Muslim? By doing that small step, by making Muslim brothers in your intention that they are better, or at least in my heart, they have more space than. I'm not only saying Christians, of course, anyone. I'm specifying Christians. In Egypt, we have so many Christians, and I have friends that are Christian. But I'm saying that a Muslim brother has to be more into your heart than another person. Now, another point that is actually very important to mention, it's enjoying with non-Muslims their events. If it's religious or not religious. Okay, just let me put it in a simple way before going into the Sharia stuff. Now, for example, during Christmas, let me take something that all of us know about it. Christmas. Now, what is Christmas? Christmas is the birth of Jesus Christ. Now, who is Jesus Christ? In their point of view, He is the Son of God. Now, Allah Himself said in the Holy Quran in so many ayahs that I do not have a son. I do not have a son. And the ones who said that are liars, and one who are in hell because they are saying that. So when you celebrate this with them and tell them, I'm happy that you are happy, so indirectly You are saying that, yeah, okay, why not? Jesus can be the Son of God. No, I don't have a problem with that. But it's like, how can I say it? It's like, if I draw a painting, for example, okay, and you came to me, and you know that this painting is so bad. You know in your heart it's so bad. But still you praised me in front of others. So in this way, do you really fear about me? Do you really love me? That you're making me look a fool. You're letting me leave this thing on the wall, and it's so bad. Without telling others, it's not that good. Or telling me at least it's not that good. But so in that way, you're indirectly saying that, yeah, okay, I accept that you think that Jesus is the Son of Christ, the Son of Allah. By saying, by greeting you and saying, Happy Christmas, Happy birth of Jesus Christ. So the chusuk, for example, when we go and tell them, Happy chusuk, may you have a happy chusuk. And sometimes we could celebrate it with them even. Sometimes we could accept gifts from them even, according to this. It's like we are saying to them, yeah, I accept that you go during the holiday and go and give sujood to your ancestors. Yeah, I accept this, yeah, why not? Or do whatever makes you happy. Is this Islam? Is this how Allah told us to treat other people? That I accept you for being what you want? Will this make Allah happy? That, yeah, okay, why not? Just as long as you're happy, I'm happy. But I don't care, okay, Allah maybe is sad or not. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. So you are putting another human's happiness above Allah's happiness with you. So at least, I'm not telling you to condemn it. I'm not telling you to stand up in the streets and say chusuk is haram. How can you? I'm not telling, because this is not in our hands. Plus, it needs so many restrictions. It should be done by so many, in a certain way. It has to be. You have to have a full knowledge of da'wah to know how to tell them that it's wrong. But at least do not share it. At least do not go with them. And as I said before, the Prophet Muhammad, and during his dawn and after everything happened, after eras that came after Prophet Muhammad, there were Christians and there were Jews living amongst Muslims. And yet there is not a single hadith that passed to us through Sirah Nabawi, any hadith, even if it was daif, even if it was weak, that said that Prophet Muhammad actually greeted them. The only thing that Prophet Muhammad did was during their funerals, because that's the thing, yeah, it's okay to be sad with them because someone died. But you should be more sad that he died non-Muslim. That's what Prophet Muhammad said. And he cried even that when one of the Jews died, because he said one of them skipped. So it's more to be sad about them that they died not because they died, it's because they died non-Muslim. And that's how you show to Allah that I love Islam. That's how you do it. That's how you go the extra step to show that Allah, I love Islam. So even these small things, I'm willing to do this for you. And what about receiving gifts? He gave you a gift. In this, according to Sayyidina Aisha, when she was asked by one of the Muslims, said that we got some meat from non-Muslims. She said, as long as it wasn't a qurban, or it wasn't meant for non-shirki, or something that is, non-halal. For example, if they just give you a gift, but the meaning of the gift doesn't give that, how can I say, that it's something for the sake of chusuk. If it's just a gift, for example, because you are friends, you helped him with something, that's okay. But if it's something related to something haram, if he gave you a small tree and said, oh, this is for Christmas, you accept it? I do not believe it. It's like giving you a cross and saying, this is because of Jesus, thank you very much. This is some, I don't know what they do actually in chusuk, but it seems so. I don't know what they give to it. I think they give to it ginseng or something. I say, here's some ginseng just because of chusuk, it's chusuk. I can't accept this. If I accept it, I say, yeah, I accept your point of view about chusuk. I don't accept it. Try to minimize it. I'm not saying stand up and become the Superman. because you will not succeed, and you can even go back, and you can even leave a bad influence, but at least try to let it to a minimum. Try your best to make it least you can do. And why do we have to do this? Because it's more of preserving our identity. That's a strong word. Preserving our identity. It's better to preserve your identity than become without an identity. I'm a Muslim, I pray alone, okay, but I drink, I go out with girls, I do whatever I want. But I said I'm a Muslim. Islamic teachings are not like this. And also when you preserve your identity, you're also building more bonds between other Muslims. Because instead of me going out, for example, if I had two choices, to go out with lab chingos that drink, or stay in KISS, for example, and meet Brother Ahmed. Maybe the sitting with Brother Ahmed will be boring. But when I go with the lab chingos, it will be much, much more fun. We're going to have laughter, we're going to do whatever we want. But you chose the path of Allah, you chose the path of Islam, that I am going to stay because they drink, so I will stay with Brother Ahmed. So this could build a stronger bond between you and, not Brother Ahmed, but other Muslims, but I don't want him to be sad. So, but he's not boring. So, that's the point, that's what I'm trying to show to you, that it's preserving the identity, so it will strengthen the bonds between you and your Muslim brothers. Plus, Allah said, وَقُلْ اعْمَلُوا فَسَيَرَى اللَّهُ عَمَلَكُمْ وَرَسُولُهُ وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ. Do as you will, for Allah will see your deeds, and so will His Messenger and the believers. He will see you. Don't think that because my Muslim friends didn't see me, that Allah won't see me. Allah will see you, and everything is going to be given to you to Judgment Day. And at that day, you're going to say one thing: يَقُولُ يَا لَيْتَنِي قَدَّمْتُ لِحَيَاتِي. Oh, I wish I had sent ahead some good from my life. That's a very strong ayah. That's a very, very strong ayah. If you really understand it. يَقُولُ يَا لَيْتَنِي قَدَّمْتُ لِحَيَاتِي. You died, but hayat, the true hayat, the true life is the afterlife. And you will going to say, oh, I wish I did good deeds so that my afterlife is going to be better. I hope that my khutbah has in any way affected you in any way. Before I end the khutbah, I just want to give an announcement. We, alhamdulillah, as Muslim brothers, we were able to establish the Muslim Student Association in Korea. It's based in Itaewon, and we did elections, and we even found funding for it from Malaysia and from other Muslim countries that are willing to fund us. Its president is Brother Muhammad Qasim. He's from Pakistan, and I'm the vice president, and we have Brother Ahmed as the treasurer. We meet there every Sunday at the end of each month, in which we will have memberships and we have everything. It's an official student association. It's like the MSA in the United States, it's like the MSA in Canada, it's like the MSA in Japan. So everywhere there's an MSA, and we were able, alhamdulillah, to establish an MSA in Korea. So I just wanted to give this announcement because many actually do not know about it. We even have a Facebook group, and we have a Facebook page. If you just write on Facebook MSAC, you will find all the details that you want. So if you would like to join us, you can contact me or contact Brother Ahmed, and he will contact me. We even have Brother Hillman with us. We have also Brother Hillman with us. So we, alhamdulillah, it's now increasing in number. We are now more than, I think, 300 or something. It will be better if all of you join. It will have so much benefits. So, اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي بالحق ولا يقضى عليك وإنه لا يذل من واليت
ولا يعز من عاديت. تباركت ربنا وتعاليت، ولك الحمد على ما قضيت. نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. اللهم أصلح لنا ديننا الذي هو عصمة أمرنا، وأصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا، وأصلح لنا آخرتنا التي إليها مردنا، واجعل الحياة زادا لنا من كل خير، واجعل الموت لنا راحة لنا من كل شر. مولانا رب العالمين تبارك وتعالى. وأقم السلام.
الله أكبر.